Ever go to a restaurant and wonder how they make your favorite pasta dish? Well, that's what we're going to do here. We are going to recreate Chili's Cajun chicken pasta. Use 4 because we're going to have plenty of pasta for this dish, so it'll feed 4 people easily. And what we want to do is coat them with a little olive oil and then sprinkle on some Cajun seasoning. We're doing it first on the ugly side, you know, the side that's not smooth. And then we're going to just flip them over. Flip them over and repeat. Put on some more of that beautiful Cajun seasoning, which, by the way, I make at home. And I detail that in this recipe called blackened salmon. You might want to check it out. It's a really good recipe. And once you get that all coated up the way you like, you can add on a little more olive oil or some melted butter. Sometimes I'll take cold butter, shred it in a box grater, and sprinkle that on top and then let it melt over as it cooks. And that's an option. Bake for 40 minutes at 350 degrees and then check for doneness. Meanwhile, while that's finishing up, we're going to make the sauce. It's a very rich sauce, as you can see. It has 3 cups of heavy cream, sometimes known as whipping cream. Okay, so it depends on where you live. And we're going to add some butter, 2 tablespoons of it. And then we have seasonings, like black pepper, like a full teaspoon. And then what I think is the secret ingredient, the lemon pepper seasoning, which gives a background tanginess to the sauce. And we have salt, and we have garlic powder. It's very good. But I need to caution you, when you heat this up, you do not want to bring it to a boil, okay? You bring it to just before it starts to boil, because if you let it go, it's going to puff up like a marshmallow and overspill on the stove. It's happened to me many times. Do not walk away, okay? And then immediately put in some pasta. In this case, I have 8 ounces, when it's uncooked, of penne. Okay, it's been cooked al dente, which means it can stand to cook just a little bit more, and it will do so in the cream. And 2 things happen here. The pasta will absorb some moisture from the cream, but it will also give up some of its starch back to the cream. And what that does for us is it creates a nice thick sauce without having to reduce the cream. You with me? All right. So we're going to do that for about 3 minutes, just stirring it around occasionally. And after 3 minutes or so, just remove it from the heat, because that is done. Completely done. So now that your chicken's finished, we're going to go ahead and slice it up just like they do in the restaurants. Nice, okay? And then we're going to plate up the pasta. And to me, the pasta is really the best part of this dish. It's a lot like an Alfredo sauce, except that we don't add the Parmesan cheese directly to it. You see what's happening in that plate? It looks a little wet, and when you go to the restaurant, that's what it looks like. But as the plate cools down and the food cools down, that sauce will thicken right up. You'll see what I mean. You gotta try it. So to finish, you're just gonna put some chicken on top of that, and then we're gonna garnish with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Okay, as much as you want. We also have some green onion that adds a little bit of color and some flavor, right? Plus we have some chopped fresh parsley, always for color, and then some tomatoes, and those are Roma tomatoes, cut up into a small dice. They tend to hold up better when you dice them like that. And that's it. You have successfully made Chili's Cajun chicken pasta, and it's delicious. And I hope you try it. And I hope you come back each week for more great videos made for people who like to cook. Until then, bon appetit.